In 2024, the highest level of negative ions was recorded in tunnels of Bosnian pyramids. In this video, Dr. Semir Osmanagich, the founder of pyramids, will describe why this is important, what negative ions is all about.
At the Faculty of Medicine, at the physiology, they learn about the benefits of negative ions. And these benefits are really great. There are at least 44 medically proved benefits, and we'll discuss that. Today I mentioned that about 5,000, this is already healing concentration, 5,000. It's very hard to reach 5,000. Professor Korotkov just mentioned that at the seaside, where you would expect refreshed a lot of negative ions, 1,500. She showed that when going to the mountain of Jahorina near Sarajevo, it's 2,000 meters, it's like 7,000 feet above the sea level. It's less than 1,000. Now in the park, we very often we have 1,000 or 1,200. So the park is ideal place with negative ions. When we built our pyramid in the park, we call it green crystal pyramid. Those of you who haven't seen it, I'm going to take in a few days. We built it as per pyramid criteria, meaning regular geometry, square base, 4 sides, 4 triangular faces, equilateral triangles, perfect orientation. We incorporated 250 kilos of quartz crystals from the tunnels to the side and the foundations. We applied 369 number, 3 triangle, 6. We have support walls 6 by 6 by 6, and outside parameters 9 by 9 by 9. So once we did that, we measured the concentration of negative ions in the park, 2 meters from the entrance and inside the pyramid. In the park, 1,000, inside 12,000. Yeah. Wow. So we were the first one in the world experimentally proving that if you build a pyramid per certain criteria, it becomes energy amplifiers. In this particular case of negative ions, which are so beneficial. Now, what we can notice here, the first measurement was not done in 2018 when she came, but in 2010. At that time, I did not have my instruments, so somebody came with the instruments. The highest concentration was 18,900. And for us, that was a miracle, 18,900. However, in the meantime, what we can notice, the rule of thumb is, during the winter time, much higher concentration, during the summertime, lower. One of the reasons, of course, during the summertime, we have more visitors. Every time somebody gets in the tunnels, the negative ions start working on us, removing the microbes, viruses, bacteria, fungi. So the negative ions concentration is getting a little bit lower. But that's not the main reason. I think the reason has probably something to do with other parameters. Temperature being one of them. Yeah. Oxygen, also the higher the temperature, the lower concentration. The winter time, when it's the lower the temperature, the concentrations are the highest. Oxygen, a little bit less oxygen, higher concentration. But she also said that you don't feel the lack of oxygen. Why? Because negative ions coming to our blood, they actually increase the level of oxygen in our blood. So it's not insufficient. And year after year, the average concentrations would grow. So before, 18,000 was the highest. Then in the summertime, we could measure 25,000, 30,000, 38,000, even 50,000. But the winter time, much higher values, from 20 and 50,000 to 100,000 to 233,000. This winter was at one point 340,000. It is by far the highest in the world. Now, why is that? Really, the main question is what caused the negative ions? come, what is the origin of negative ions? Now, the nuclear physicist, this guy, he said, if you have a high concentration of poisonous radon or radon gas, it can create negative ions. Yes, that's true. That's one source. The second source, the cosmic radiations, but it is at open spaces like the mountains, top of the mountains. Number 3, Niagara Falls. There is no this poisonous gas, radon, but very high concentration. The waterfalls, so the water, the power of the water. And in our case, we don't have waterfall. So what is it? Well, what we can see is consistent high level of humidity. Humidity is always 80%, 82, 84%. Outside 20 or 100, doesn't matter, inside about 84. So humidity, very important factor. The second one, we have a lot of quartz crystal in the tunnel, quartz crystal. And we learned about the quartz crystal transforming energy from one to each other. The next one, we have those pyramid energies. Now, the levitation frequency of the ultrasound, we have electromagnetic field, and who knows what else. So I think combining some of those natural forces, we got a high concentration of negative ions. And the next thing, what we have noticed, in the morning, the concentration is the highest. And as the day goes by, especially in the summertime, the concentration is reduced a little bit. Not too much, but yes, it is reduced. We come next morning, again, it is like it is regenerated. It came back to the highest level. So it looks like the tunnels are alive. It's like a technology. So even though there is still a lot of questions to be answered, we are getting to some answers. So it's really, the tunnels are a technological device. That's why she said in the beginning, ancient technology, because it is a technological device. Yes?